Hi everyone, welcome to Hilltop View Journals. Today is day one for me for the No Sew November challenge, and I'm feeling rather nervous that I've already set myself up for failure because I honestly don't know how I'm going to do every prompt every day, and I know I don't have to and nobody's holding me to ransom, but when I set my mind on doing something I tend to get very upset when I don't see it through. So the only way I'm going to be able to do this challenge for 30 days is to do very simple page spreads. I don't know if you'd call them art journal pages, junk journal pages, journaling pages. I don't really fit into any of those groups. I just tend to put things on a page and enjoy or try to enjoy the process and hopefully end up with something that I like, that I enjoy looking at, and I have learned something during the process. I don't have any expectations really. I don't even know which direction, which colour, which theme, really what I want to do. I only know what I don't want to do. So that's where I'm going to start. This is my journal, and this is the first page we're coming to. It kind of horrifies me because I have no idea how I'm going to make this cohesive, let alone meet the prompt for day one, which is connect. And the only thing I can think of for considering the word connect, the prompt, is being able to connect my time, my energy and my desire, because often they aren't aligned, more often than not, because of my commitments elsewhere and the fact that I have to steal time to be able to do any type of creativity. And that really winds me up sometimes, I have to admit. I get upset. I have to journal a lot about it. I get frustrated and throw my toys out of the pram. That's what happens. But usually I find a way to work through. I get to create something and then everything's okay again. So let's start. I have gathered some fairly neutral pages. I've got a couple of spurts of colour here. I've got green and navy I'd call it, blue. Don't know if I want to use those. I picked out this rather, I don't know, it's a digital kit print and it's not printed very well, but there was something about it I really liked, so I picked that up out of a pile of scrap. I've just got bits of paper that I've played with. I've done some doodling, or mark making as it's known. I've photocopied some images I've got in my stash. I quite fancied that one. I really like that image. You can hardly see it. And I don't know, there's something about that colour that I really like. I also really like this one as well. So maybe I'll incorporate that. I don't know yet. I did some coffee dyeing with stencils here. That was with Autumn Moon on one of Rachel and Bella Craft's retreat, which was amazing. I've got these for a little bit of colour. Digital kit from Rachel and Bella Crafts, just in case I feel like adding them, so those can go there. And then I've got some old newspapers. And the only other thing I really need to grab is some glue, and I think I need some gesso. So I'm just going to go off and get those and come straight back. So I've grabbed some supplies. I've got this nori paste, which I've just added a little bit of water to. So this is really nice in that it's a bit like a matte medium, I guess. It's great for collage. I don't use it that often because it tends to clog up the sewing machine when you're doing stitching. But as this is a no-sew journal, I won't be doing that. So that's cool. I've got some gesso in this pot here. I've grabbed these just in case. They're distress crayons. These are the only distress crayon colours I've got, so we're limited to those. I've grabbed some water just in case. I've grabbed these Posca pens. No idea if I'm going to use them, but I've got black and white. That's the only colours I've got for those. And I've got this Uniball white pigment ink pen, which I may use if it works. I don't know. We'll see. I'm just going to have a play and hope for the best, really. I'm really nervous, I got to say. Really, really nervous. I think I need another paintbrush, and I'm not seeing anything in front of me, even though I've got a myriad of supplies. Oh, this'll do. This'll do. There we are. Small little paintbrush for the glue. We're going to need that. I think if you're looking for some tutorials on some amazing mixed media techniques, you probably won't find them here. Whilst I know how to do the basics, under pressure, I don't think very well when I'm trying to be creative, so I just stick to what comes to mind. But whatever I know, I'll share with you. I wanted to use, so this is another digital kit, and this is from Nigeza Creates, and it's a misprint. And I wanted to use this to create a little bit more white on the page, because the colours I've got here are very similar. So I am just going to maybe tear this and position it somewhere where it makes sense to my eyes. And I quite like, I want to cover that black bit, so I quite like that. So there we go. I like that, so I'm going to put that down straight away before I change my mind. With this glue, when it dries clear and matte, so you can be quite messy. I'm not too sure if I'm going to go all the way across the double spread or if I'm just going to stick to one page. Not too sure. See where this takes me. I think I'd like something like that there, just because I like the look of it. Just pop it down. And I think I will put something across this page only because it's so plain. Just to give a little bit of interest. I will pop a link in the description box below to Meg Journal's channel and the video that introduces this challenge. So it'll explain the challenge, the hashtag, what she's hoping to achieve from the challenge, and just basically more information on taking part. Okay, so I've got some, so this is, I would say, vellum, and I've just done some scribbles. So I want to put that on, and let's just see. Right, I'm going to stop gluing now, and I'm going to start working on really how I want to compose this page. I printed this on 180 GSM photo matte. Well, yeah, it's photo matte paper, I think it's called. It's not actual photo paper. It's more like cardstock. I hope that makes sense. Give that a little bit of a distress. And we just pop that down for now, just to see how I want this page to go.
Sundown and salty cheeks. It's not a cute look getting kicked out of the bar when you're no longer 19. Still acting like a child, feeling like nobody gets it. I always start these fights, don't hate my guts right now, 'cause I'm still figuring it out. You're the silver lining.
I'm going to dry this off now, and then I'm going to put some gesso over these pages just to push them back a little bit.
When I can't seem to find it, when the whole world is against me, you're not. Baby, you're the bright side when there's no goddamn sunshine. You're always around to pick me up. You're the silver lining. You're the
So I'm just thinking of trying to add a little bit of contrast here with my photo. And what I'd like to do is staple that together. And before I do that, I'm going to just distress this a little bit. Looks a little bit more authentic now. How was I going to do that? I think I was going to do it. I'm not sure if that is right, actually. Don't think I want to use that. Got some tissue paper here. I prefer that, actually. Right, I'm gonna staple that on. And then I'm going to, well, let's glue this first. Okay, I'm going to dry that off. I'm just wondering whether I need a little bit of white there. going to add that there. Might do a little bit of journaling or something on there. Or a doodle, or I don't know. Something. Now then. I think what I might do is some doodling.
Headlights on the highway. If you only knew, being back here always makes me think of you. When the world is sleeping, do you think of me? With the road ahead's coming back again, coming back to me. I remember the long drives, the late nights in your car. I remember it all. Windows down, empty streets, you were all I used to know. You and I, forever, forever ago. And you used to drive me home. Now I drive alone. You and I, forever, forever, forever ago.
Okay, I'm going to do a little bit of journaling now.
This town's so quiet, this time of year. With the road ahead's coming back again, coming back to me. I remember the long drives, the late nights in your car. I remember it all. Windows down, empty streets, you were all I used to know. You and I, forever, forever ago. And you used to drive me home. Now I drive alone. You and I, forever, forever, forever I fell hard, I fell fast, hoping that my love for you would last forever, forever, forever ago. I fell hard, I fell fast, hoping that my love for you would last forever, forever, forever. Windows down, empty streets, you were all I used to know. You and I, forever, forever ago. And you used to drive me home. Now I drive alone.
Just going to cover this little bit here. I'm just wondering whether I need just a little bit of contrast there. Possibly. What I was thinking of doing was a little bit of journaling here.
Forever, forever, forever ago.
Okay, I'm going to have a look at this for a minute now, see what else I need to do, and then come back with some more ideas. So I forgot to press record, cracking. So what I've done is I've gone round the edges with this Stabilo All, and then I've sort of smudged it in, and it's turning out a lot more grungy than I anticipated, I gotta say. And I'm not too sure what to do. So the only other thing I can think of at this moment in time is to do a little bit of maybe stenciling, but yeah, I'm not too sure. So I'll have a think about that. And yes, I could have a think about that and see what stencils I've got that might be suitable with a little bit of gesso. I don't know. I'm not quite sure where I'm going with it, really. I don't know whether I like it or not. Yeah, it's a lot more grungier than I wanted. And one thing I would like to do maybe before I finish for the evening, because I run out of time, is just sort of make these a little bit less grungy in the middle. And I don't mind going over my writing because it really doesn't matter what I wrote. But I think if I just do this, and then when it's dry I can go back and add a little bit of detail on. Yep, that's all I want to do for that for now, and I think we'll finish back up when I'm able to come back on the camera. I've had a play, and this is a bit crazy, I know, but I quite like the idea of covering these leaves with this paper. So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to cover this bit of stamping here because it's way too dark and I really don't like it. I don't think this is the right paper, but I'm not too sure what paper to put there either. Possibly some more of that, just to cover it up maybe. Right, I'm just going to dampen it down a bit. Yeah, that's what I'll do. So I'll just dry that first. And stick that down. And I'm hoping that balances out the page a bit. Hopefully. Still looking very scrappy, but let's go with it. Trust the process, as they always say. I trust it when other people are doing it, but not so much when I'm doing it. This is nothing like I imagined. Okay, I'm going to walk away from this now because I don't feel I can make any more improvements on it. It's only going to, I don't know, cause me more angst, I think. So it's getting late, so I'm going to call it a day, and then I'm going to have a look in the morning and see how I feel. I feel like I'm like I'm the wanderer who's returned, because I put this to one side because I didn't like what I'd done and I didn't know what to do about it, and I don't think I can rescue it to a point that I'm going to fall in love with it. And part of me wants to just get rid of it. Sort of how I do that, I don't know, but I could certainly just cut it out and just add extra pages to it. It's not a disaster. It's not the end of the world. It's not a real life problem. It's just, yeah, it's not really doing it for me. But I want to give it a bit of a go to try and make it something that I quite like. That would be good enough for me. Or have elements that I like. And there are elements in there now I like, but not as much as I want there to be. And the whole reason why I'm doing this, and I'm going to try and stick with the challenge, is because I want to learn from it. And I am a perfectionist, just through and through. It's a real struggle. And I'm like that in all areas of my life. It's not just in my crafting, it's in my work, it's in my personal life, even polishing, hoovering, everything. It's got to be done exactly right as I want to do it, otherwise it's not worth doing it at all. So it's something I really struggle with. So when it comes to trying to create something like this, if I don't really like it, I want it gone. I don't want to keep it. But if I don't keep it, then I'm not going to learn from it. So I've just got to accept what I'm doing and focus on the learning experience, not the outcome of the journey, I think. Does that make sense? I don't know. It kind of makes sense. I'm struggling with my confidence. I'm doing this on camera. I rarely create like this on camera. It's very different to creating journals. I'm comfortable with that. I'm confident with that. If people don't like what I do, well, I like what I do, so it doesn't matter. I'm just willing to share it, and whoever likes it can watch it, and whoever doesn't like it, they can leave their comments, and then, you know, that's their feelings. But with this, I have zero confidence in sharing. But I think I ought to share the journey because it may help others, it may encourage others to give art journaling and challenges such as this a go. So I hope it will help individuals, even if I do make a bit of a fool of myself. And what I've already learnt is that I kind of know what I like and what I don't like, and what I need to do to be able to meet the daily challenges and actually do something that's going to make this all worthwhile. I think the size of the spread, although I like I like the elongated shape, I think it's a bit too much for me at the moment. I think I need to focus on just maybe one side of the page. So that's probably something I need to scale back a bit on. And I think using green for me is tricky, trying to get the right green that I like, because there's lots of shades of green I don't like, and this is a bit too bold. So that probably was a bit of a wrong move in trying to make this more attractive to me. Green was probably not the right colour to choose. I think that's about it in terms of what I've learned. More than anything, I know what I don't like, so I hopefully won't repeat it in my next spread. So to remedy this to my personal taste, I've gathered some washi tape here of green colours, just to see what I can do with them. And I also had the idea to try and do something with these leaves, which are really screaming at me and they're just way too bold, in my opinion, is to maybe add some additional elements. So I was thinking of doing something like this, with adding maybe some other types of leaves. like that. So I've got some paper to the side here, which I'm going to cut up in a second. I've got this dried leaf, which I also thought I would use. I don't know if I can cut it, but I think I'm going to have to make it a bit smaller to use it, but we'll maybe try that as well. I've got different bits of paper here. I've also got this jelly print, just a tiny bit, and I love the blue, and I thought actually that might work with it as well. Just a hint of blue, maybe. Give that a go. And what I've also got are postcards. They are artist postcards, and I bought these on Amazon. This is the box they come in, flower box. I purchased these on Amazon UK, and inside there are 100 postcards from different artists, and they've been sitting on my shelf for, I don't know, a year maybe, and I like them so much I don't want to use them, but now's the time. Now is the absolute time to use them, to use them in my journal so that I enjoy what I'm looking at when I flip through the pages. So I've chosen 3 cards here. They are by Mark Martin. This one is called Blue Flower. This one is called Branch. And this one is called Wildflowers. And I love these because these are very similar to the doodles that I like to do. So I'm going to use these. And one of the areas that I really dislike on this spread is my writing here. And I've learned something big there. And I'm going to try and incorporate my journaling on more interactive elements like this. I probably won't journal on this one. I feel like I might spoil it if I write on it. I don't know, maybe I will, maybe I won't. Maybe I'll journal about the experience, who knows, I don't know. But I'm thinking now I would like to somehow do some kind of tip in here so that it partially covers my writing, because I don't like looking at it, and it's my spread, it's my journal spread, so I can do what I want, really, can't I? And that's the freedom I want to learn. I really want to embrace that. I don't know which one is better, but maybe when I've added the leaves and things, we'll have a look at this again. And I wish you could interact and tell me which ones to choose. That'd be really helpful, but I know I've got to do this all on my own, so and be a big girl. Put my good big girl pants on. I can do it. I can make decisions. So I'm going to start off by putting some leaves down, and so I've cut a couple of small ones here. Let's see if I can actually cut this leaf up. It may work, it may not work. We'll give it a go. I'm expecting it just to fall apart, and that's okay. If it does, it does. Seems to be okay. So I thought maybe put this on one of the really large ones. Oh, I think I'll put that one there because this is the sort of fold. So I think that'll probably be I will really get rid of it. I probably need... I don't know how to glue it down. It's probably going to come loose anyway, but that's okay. The idea is there. So let's see if I can. I'd like to try and rip this actually, rather than cut it with scissors. I don't want it to be looking like it's a perfect shape. So I've got that one there, that one there. And then we've got maybe there. Is that there? Okay. I think that's a bit too small. I've got this Edith Holden book page. So you can still see the green. I like that. Okay. Now I was just going to check to see if I've got any washi with a hint of blue as well. I quite like that there. I've got this washi here, which is by Serenity Fair, and I'll drop a link to their shop in the description box, and that may actually work out quite well. Let's try it there. Let me just glue these in place before I change my mind. So that decision is made. Can't go back on it now. And let's see if I can add some more washi. So I've got that blue leaf here, so I'm just wondering whether any of these blues, there's quite a deep blue in that. I do really like that one. But would it be better with a white? No, I think it needs to be that. When I watch Meg Journals do all her collage spreads, and I do love them, dearly love her work. It looks so effortless. Like, well, obviously that was meant to be there. It wouldn't go anywhere else. But when I'm doing it, I haven't got a clue. Oh, it's hilarious. Well, practice, isn't it? That's what I need. So would that look better? Or I think that's too fussy. But I think that goes well with this, and I'm just wondering maybe to add just a little bit of this as well over it, like that. And I think that I might put something there for the prompt. So I need something. Am I going to get? Oh, this is better. What I need is sort of something that's long enough to fit the word for the prompt. So I've got here my ink and my letters. And it's really odd that I don't like seeing my writing, because I don't mind my writing. I could have written a bit neater than that, granted, but I'm not bothered about that. It's just, I don't know, I just don't like seeing it. I think it spoils the picture. Right, I'm just going to take that off a second, and I'm just going to do a very light sanding. Okay, so let's just move that out of the way a second. This is the stamp set I'm using to create the prompt, and I bought this on Amazon, so it's good fun. I've used it loads. Okay, and I am just going to glue that down. The desire to stitch it is overwhelming, but I'm not going to stitch. I'm going to have to find other ways to embellish my work. And I think that is as far as I want to go with this prompt of Connect. And I have learned a lot. Still don't love it, but it was well worth the effort. And I really do hope that this video is going to help other people to just go with it, try things out, learn what you like and don't like, and yeah, just have fun with the process. You will find a link to Meg's YouTube channel and her playlist for the challenge, and please follow her over on Instagram as well, where you will find all other artists' work. I will post a couple of photos of this on Instagram. And yeah, if you've got any questions, any comments, any advice, any feedback, anything that will help me along in this process, please do leave them in the comments below. I'd really appreciate a thumbs up, and if you haven't already subscribed, please consider subscribing. Thanks ever so much for your support, as always. See you soon.